Hi everyone, my name is Mike. Today I'm going to do an unboxing video of the newly released Yale smart lock with Matter. This is a new smart lock device made by Yale. They make many other smart locks. This one is more of a universal smart lock. Because of the Matter support, you can set it up either using Google Home, which is what this is, has the Google doorbell look, and it's probably the most compatible with Google Home. But you can also use Apple Home, Amazon Alexa, or Samsung SmartThings to set it up. I chose this one because our home is the backbones of our home. Is the Google ecosystem. I use Google Home for all of my smart home devices. I do have other brands of devices, but I tend not to use their apps. I just use the Google Home app. Sometimes that's good or bad. Luckily with Matter, hopefully we get more Matter devices that are more compatibility. Which is great. There's the device there. At the time of this recording, there were no other videos showing the actual device, so I just kind of like, yeah, looks good. Kind of tells you about Matter, some of the features, and then back here are more of the features. Currently it comes in two colors, either snow white or the matte black. They'll also have a ash gray color coming out later this fall. The device, some of the specifications and contents of what's in the box. All right, let's get into it. Yeah, I have a Google Pixel. My wife has an iPhone. I like the idea of the Apple key or home key. I forget what it's called. I was like, oh, that's cool. You just take your phone out, you hold it up to your lock, unlock it. Great if you have an iPhone or an Apple Watch. I don't have those, so those devices didn't appeal to me. All my wife wants is numbers on a pad that she can put in instead of using a lock, or instead of using a key. This replaces your standard deadbolt. So luckily I was just painting my door, so I had my locks off, and I thought I had an article about this new lock come up in my feed. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. I wanted to buy one of those. And guess what? I just happened to have an empty lock slot behind me. It's going on a white door. This device has satin nickel trim, so it's gonna look nice. Setup code, you scan this QR code with your Matter app, whichever one you're using to set it up. There's also a YouTube video that they provide for installation. It's very nice. Then you have your installation manual, and in the front there is a guide with that's perforated. You take that out. It gives you all your measurements for your door, and depending on that, there's different screws. You may have to make some adjustments on the device itself. If your door does not line up with these, there's a couple instances where it's not compatible, so I would check that before you buy it. In the box, we have the actual front of the device here. This would be the part that goes outside of your door. It's very heavy. Obviously, all the lock mechanism is in the bottom, so that's where all the weight's going to be metal. It's very nice. It's white. It's got like a grayish Yale button up top. Number buttons feel clicky, pretty flat, but they feel nice. And then you have your keyhole down there at the bottom, but it does feel very heavy. All right, just a piece of cardboard. And then in here, the next part is the inside of the lock. Satin nickel. I'm going to take off. There's a protective piece of cardboard there. I'll show you what this looks like together. So it's very flat. It's got the Google Nest doorbell oval shape. Solid lock, satin nickel. Feels nice, and it looks simple. The plastic is made from 60% recycled plastic. It feels just like their doorbells. If you have one of those, it feels just like that. It doesn't feel, it feels like a nice plastic. I guess that's a downside. If you want a lock with a metal finish on it, this would not be for you. It's more of a matte plastic finish. Here's the bracket for that goes up against the inside of your door. That's the main bracket. It does come with 4 AA Energizer Max batteries. These, according to them, these will last for 12 months. That's the benefit of having matter over thread instead of using a Wi-Fi network. Obviously, Bluetooth would last just as long, but with Bluetooth, you have to be, 3 feet from the door to unlock it. It defeats the purpose. It comes with a magnet sensor. There's 2 ways it can be installed, either on the outside of the frame or hidden inside the door frame. That'll show up in your Google Home activity feed is when someone opens or closes the door. There's your strike plate, also satin nickel, solid feeling. We have a reset pin. The reset button is inside the compartment that has the batteries. You need to reset it. It does come with 2 longer security screws. When I researched smart locks, the one thing that Consumer Reports recommended is that if you're installing any deadbolt lock, make sure you use longer hardened steel screws. That way when someone tries to kick in your door, they have a lot more screw that they're going to have to kick through in order to break down your door. And then it has the set of all of the, these are all the installation screws for the actual deadbolt itself. A couple different lengths depending on the thickness of your door. They do give you multiple pieces of hardware for installation. 1 single key. I wish it came with 2 keys, because really it should be my wife and myself that would need a key. Everyone else would have a code to punch in to get in, just for in case the batteries die. This would be the only way you could get in to your house with this lock. There's no, some locks have, you can put a 9-volt battery to unlock it. This one has a keyhole with an extra key. You may or may not like that, but that's how this one is set up. And the last thing in the box here, we have the actual deadbolt itself. Pretty standard. I just took mine on and off a couple times recently, and it's just a standard deadbolt. It does have 2 lengths, so this is for a shorter length, and then I know based on my measurements I'm going to need it longer. That's nice. And then I can show you the actual deadbolt out there. Feels pretty nice. Yeah, overall I'm excited to get this. I've been wanting a smart lock for a while now, but there hasn't really been one on the market that kind of had the features I wanted. But I'm gonna install it, and then I'll check back in with you guys, and I'll show you some operational and how it looks on my door. All right, thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.